In this video is a lot of nerdy Star Trek crap, so if you don't like that, click on the annotation on the video to go look at something different. It's been 2 years since I did my original thoughts video on the USS Vengeance, and I've decided to come back and do another video. This time, I have come to realize something. The Vengeance meshes a variety of design elements from all the Enterprises that would later come to exist after the original one in the Prime reality. Damn, that was a mouthful. Abrams wanted this design to be a larger, stealthier, more mammoth version of the Enterprise, and it, clearly shows. The black hull and angular version make it look very F-117 Nighthawk inspired. This class of ship was dubbed the Dreadnought class, and it's fitting. This type of ship was designed by the clandestine secret organization Section 31, under the direction of John Harrison and Admiral Marcus. The class of ship is named after the Royal Navy ship HMS Dreadnought, which was a type of all-large caliber gunship that, when it was built, made every other contemporary battleship obsolete. Because of that, all battleships made in that era were often referred to as dreadnoughts. The term itself means dread not, or dreads nothing. So I guess in this context you could call the ship the Dread Nothing. Not sure if you should be proud or sad if you get where that joke comes from. Dreadnought here, though, only denotes the model of ship and doesn't necessarily refer to its actual role in Starfleet, i.e. battleship, battlecruiser, cruiser, destroyer, or frigate. While all battleships of the World War I era might have been called dreadnoughts, the name fell out of use following this era, and subsequent ships in the role were just referred to as battleships again. In this context, calling a battleship a dreadnought would mean calling it an antiquated or obsolete battleship, which the Vengeance is not. This ship has this basic Starfleet layout, a saucer primary hull connected to an engineering secondary hull, with two nacelles attached to either side. The ship is distinguished by its large saucer and overall wide stance. The most prominent feature is the large opening in the middle of the saucer. People have criticized ships in Star Trek and other science fictions for the tactical flaw in having the bridge so openly exposed on top of the ship. Ironically, though, that gap in the saucer makes it so the bridge can pretty much be targeted from almost any angle. It was apparently designed to be operated with a skeleton crew of a minimum of one if necessary. Kind of silly, actually, but whatever. It is armed with a variety of interesting weaponry. Phaser emitters that fire long arcing bolts that can curve and be maneuvered into targets, with the two primary emitters being fixed under the deflector. I mean, I assume they're emitters. Yeah, I guess. It also has photon torpedo launchers that resemble railguns or something that also, take forever to aim. And torpedo drones that fire torpedoes and ram their targets. If you put all of the future Enterprises that would come after the original 1701 in a line next to the Vengeance, you actually start to see some similarities. The long, narrow nacelles of the Vengeance kind of echo those of the refit Enterprise and Enterprise A seen in the original films. There are several similar features present in the Vengeance that are also present in the Excelsior-class starships. A sunken deflector dish, and a wide engineering hull. Like the Enterprise C, it has a large yet perfectly circular saucer section, and like the later Enterprise D, has an overall wide layout and stance. The neck section that connects the engineering hull to the saucer is a gradual slope that meets in the middle of the saucer about halfway. There are no depictions of the USS Vengeance and or the Dreadnought class in other media currently. However, for those of you who play Star Trek Online, the Avenger battlecruiser is somewhat close in functionality. The Avenger has an ability that gives the ship the same torpedo drones that the Vengeance has. Lastly, in my old video, I remember how a lot of comments regarding how the real Dreadnought class had 3 nacelles or something like that. They were referring to the ship found in the non-canon Franz Joseph manual. This ugly ship was actually called the Federation-class, and Dreadnought was only the role it fulfilled. It has nothing to do with the USS Vengeance. They might also be referring to the alternate future USS Enterprise D from All Good Things. This ship, however, was never classified on screen as anything. In games, however, such as Star Trek Online, it's classified as a Dreadnought cruiser. A very oxymoronic statement, but understandable given how the game is built. The Dreadnought-class USS Vengeance is a large battleship possibly inspired by the history of the HMS Dreadnought. It is an amalgam of future Enterprise elements with a mix of stealthy militarism, and is not affiliated with the Franz Joseph Federation class or the alternate future Enterprise from All Good Things. Thank you for watching. If you want to see more crap like this, watch some of my older Star Trek ship videos or subscribe or whatever. If you don't, here's a random Wikipedia article that I hope you find more interesting.